Hello summoners, welcome back to the channel, and in this video we're going to do some 565 Archangel gameplay, mostly in Act 6, 6.2 to be more precise. So the first fight here is an electro, and one thing Archangel does really well is if he is awakened after 3 neurotoxins, he completely reduces opponent's defensive ability, considering he is at a high signature level. And like here you can see with 2 neurotoxins the chances of taking damage back is pretty slim, and at this point we are basically safe for this fight. We won't be taking any of that thorns type damage from electro hitting him and stuff. Plus the neurotoxin will put in a lot of work. The node here, global node, is that while the shield is on, we won't do any damage, but when it expires we do all the damage that we would have done in the time. So Archangel is like not particularly good for this node, except that when the neurotoxin expire, they give you a stun, so that creates an opening, which is pretty nice, because here even if you block while the shield is on, then also you take the damage back. But here you're going to see that we do some, like, the neurotoxins this character can do is one of the strongest debuff in the game. Now, like, he is really balanced in the sense that you can't do this in every fight. The opponent should not be immune to bleed or poison. But look at him go. The neurotoxin at 5 stacks doing what, 3300 damage per tick. That is 6600 damage every single second, and he just makes quick work of all these Act 6 opponents with, like, what they would have, I assume 200,000 health or 250,000 health or something around that. Like, as soon as you get your first stack of neurotoxin, you're basically good to go, and the fight is pretty much set, because the defensive ability is the defensive ability reduction plus the damage. Like, the fight doesn't last that long here. 9 neurotoxins, 9,000 damage per second, and Hella just melts, no indestructible or anything. Now Hitmonkey, he's a character you do not want to knock down, but with Archangel, once you get a few, like, neurotoxins up, he can't really do much, so it's alright. Like, he evaded there, but right now we're going to get a first set of neurotoxins in, and now you're going to see that the fight is basically done. He won't get anything incredibly difficult. Like, he won't be difficult, even though we are knocking him down. He won't evade. His specials might still be unblockable. I'm not sure how that works, but like, you can see the 19 hits and the fight was down. And this is 6.2.1 boss, Symbiote Supreme. This has life cycle, and Archangel is definitely one of the best counters for life cycle. So what this node does is, basically, first of all, you have to knock down the opponent a bunch of time, and then that blue shield, its cooldown is increased every time you knock the opponent down, and while the shield is up, you basically can't kill the opponent. Every time you knock them down, they heal back to 10%, but because all these neurotoxins, they also do act as a heal block. So you're going to see when we take down this, so we're going to use the SP2 here, get 5 neurotoxins. We're doing a lot of damage over time damage. The stuns from the like, when the neurotoxin expires, we get a stun, which gives us again an opening, which it does help us a lot in getting in those heavy attacks, knocking him down, increasing the cooldown further. But you're going to see as we knock him down, he will just not regenerate, because like here, he does not regenerate back to 10%, because even if you have a single stack of neurotoxin, it basically acts as a heal block, which is super useful. Now, like, today we have characters like Void, Captain America, Infinity War, and a lot of characters who have a ton of debuffs, who can potentially, reverse healing, who can deal with these regeneration matchups better than Archangel. But he's still pretty good. Like, heal block is definitely a solid utility to have, plus the defensive ability reduction, the crazy damage output, the opening when the neurotoxin expires. So there's still a lot this character can do, and he has aged incredibly well. Like, he was released, I think, around 12.0 with Iceman and Psylocke, and Yeah, so he has a, like, there was a time where a lot of champions were being bleed immune, uh, and like maybe just to counter him. But right now there are a lot of fights where you can't choose him, but you can see them beforehand. There is no area in the game right now where you are going in blind, like even where the nodes are hidden or the map is logged. They, because of how great this community is, we always have a map on, line Reddit somewhere. And in Alliance War, where we used to have some hidden defenders, now that's no longer a thing. So we know the nodes, we know the champions we're going to be facing, we know if they are bleed immune or not, or bleed and poison immune or not. So we can plan accordingly. And like, I don't think there is any quest where he's just useless in Act 6, or sort of like, he always has a really good use. He's great for so many nodes with his like utility and damage. He's just really solid option for rank 5. Yeah, like I'd say Omega Red is better, or even Colossus is better, but he's still top 5 mutant for me. He's still a really great beyond god tier character who is just really fun to play, in my opinion. Like, look at here, and for any of these fights we are not using any boost, no synergies is required to do any of this. This is just plain Archangel gameplay. And again, whenever we have neurotoxin ups, basically heal block Wolverine is not healing them. And this fight is going really down, like, it's going down really quickly. We are 37 hits in, the fight is almost over. Like, the next set of neurotoxins would probably kill him. And he's just really solid character. A whole lot of people, I guess, people know his potential, but he's just so good to have. Like, whenever a new character comes up, I read his ability, like determined abilities, and see if he's poison immune, bleed immune or not. If not, then first day of Uncollected I take an Archangel, and more often than not he'll just end up soloing the fight without any trouble. So he's just an incredibly powerful character in the game, who in my opinion you should definitely have ranked up. So that's pretty much it for this one. Thanks for watching, have a nice day, subscribe to the channel for more content, and stay safe. Bye bye.